Today we're talking about the planets. Welcome to my brain. Today we are talking about the planets, and we're thinking, abstracting about the astronomy around the planets and how we can understand that in an astrological sense. Okay, we're gather around. We're building a cosmology. Okay, this is part 2 of my planets video. I broke up the video because it got very long, so I will not be wearing this. I will be wearing a different yellow and a different blue lighting. I just wanted to preface that video by saying some things that I forgot to mention in my last video. What are those things? I'm forgetting them right now. Oh, okay. Some things that I forgot to mention in my last video. The reason that I am starting with a sidereal astrology, that is looking at just the planets that are visible and using a time metric that is based on the exact location of the stars at one point in the day to when they return to that next position in the next day. That way of measuring the movement of the stars is different from what tropical uses, because sidereal, it is an astronomy term that literally is referring to a star returning to an exact point in the sky in one observer position on Earth. This is what sidereal astrology is based on. I'm only talking about Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn because those are the planets that are visible with the human eye from our observer position on Earth. So I just wanted to explain that at the beginning. But without further ado, let's get back into the planets, a cosmology of the planets, starting with Mars. And so now we move to Mars. Oof, yeah. Now we move to Mars. Mars is on the other side of Earth, okay? Mars has even less sun than Earth, if we're thinking about distance, right? And so Mars is in this position of like, I see y'all over there. Like, okay, it's hot. It must be hot over there. I mean, I don't have an atmosphere, but y'all hot. Mars has this perspective of being on the other side of Earth, on the other side of existence, of the other side of survival. Especially if we think about the fact that they found water on Mars and like they're sending rovers and they're trying to see if there was ever Earth on Mars. We have the Martian mythology on our mythology. I don't know. We have the whole Martian shit on our planet, you know. We think about Mars as a planet who is beyond life. Beyond life. So that is the vantage point of Mars. Now, why is that important? And what does that have to do with security? Well, being on the other side of security, we can think about Mars as like a planet that allows us to think about security in of itself, right? And so what I have written down here is security in security. If Venus was looking around at security and trying to see if security actually exists, Mars is insecurity. Mars is, I'm secure, actually. Like, I'm here. Like, I know what security is. That is like the energy of Mars. Now, what am I gonna do? Okay, I'm secure. Now, what am I gonna do? It's very much like if the first 3 planets were like this root and sacral energy, Mars is very much this solar plexus energy of like, okay, my root chakra is balanced, my sacral chakra, it's pretty balanced. Now that I have a sense of security, now that I have a sense of grounding and rootedness on this planet, what do I actually want to do with my security? In fact, what does security mean to me? Mars rules Aries and Scorpio with this Mars energy of like, oh, what are we gonna do? what are we gonna do with the security? Okay, that Mars energy, that driving force. You know, people describe Mars as like this energetic planet of like if you have an Aries Mars, I have an Aries Mars, by the way. I have an Aries Mars, right? I have an Aries Mars in tropical, but a Pisces Mars in sidereal. So whatever that means to you, that whatever. So Mars is this planet of like, oh, we're secure. Let me pop out a little bit, okay? Let me push the boundaries. See actually how secure we are. You know, oh, we're secure. Let me make sure we have security within security. Let me make sure that I have a sense of autonomy and not just a sense of survival, you know? When we think about Aries, you know, the stereotypes of Aries, they're hot-headed, they're quick to action, they move fast, they're all over the place, you know, they got this punching energy. That's the stereotype of Aries. But really what that is a sense of like, yeah, bro, I'm secure. I'm here though. Like, I'm here. Let's pop shit. That's the energy of Aries. Scorpio is, you know, people hate Scorpios. People hate Scorpio, bro. My partner's a Scorpio. Whereas Aries is trying to pop shit, right? Scorpio is like, how can I be? You know? Like Aries is all about this external action, this fiery like pump, pump, pump. Scorpio is more of like this, what can I want right now? What can I want to do? Not just do, not just externalize. What can I internally be like within the state that this place is in? Okay? And so, again, that's like this Mars energy of like security within security. Scorpio is like, okay, we're secure, but like, can I be? Like, can I be? Not just exist, not just persist, but can I be? Can I, like, not just my survival, can who I am be in the state that this place is in? That's like the role of our Scorpio friends. So stop hating on our Scorpios, okay? They really are posing this question. How can I be? How can I be? That's my understanding of Scorpio, okay? If you got something to say about it, say it. We can say it. We can, but like, again, it's a Scorpio question of like, how can I be on the internet? What can I say about the signs on the internet? This is a Scorpio question of what is my security within this, like, okay, I'm secure, my body is secure, okay, but like, am I secure? Like, what are the boundaries of my security? Like, it's not just looking at appearances, but it's like really like moving moving outside of just appearances. How can I not just look, but be? Not just appear, but how can I be? That is the role of Scorpio, okay? If you got something to say about Scorpio, I'll fight you, okay? My partner is a Scorpio. I appreciate some Scorpio energy, but that's probably because I'm a Pisces and tropical and I'm fucking Aquarius and sidereal, so, you know, we just be doing whatever the fuck. So that's Mars. And now we have the asteroid belt. And I'm not analyzing every single fucking asteroid. I'm not analyzing any asteroids. But the next celestial body in the solar system is the asteroid belt, right? And so what we have is this literal barrier between the inner planets and the outer planets. That's why they're called the inner planets and the outer planets. It's the planets that are outside the asteroid belt. And with that, they absolutely have a layer, a literal ring of protection between them and the sun. The outer planets don't even have to think about security at this point. Like, if Mars was beyond security, but still kind of rooted in security within security, the outer planets are like, oh, security has happened. Oh, security? Oh, y'all still think about that? We don't. They get so much less heat from the sun that these outer planets are just like, oh, y'all are still thinking about survival? Baby, I'm trying to research. Okay, we got Jupiter. Jupiter is this planet, you know, when we, like, especially with the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction, everybody was talking about, like, oh, big things happening and expansion, and blah, blah. That's because Jupiter is this planet of expansion, okay? But what is expansion in terms of security? Expansion comes with the implicit assumption that you are in a position to expand. You know? And so, like, Mercury is not in a position to expand. Mercury is like, we gotta calculate, we gotta dictate, we gotta calculate, all in the sake of survival. Mercury is moving. Mercury is rotating around the sun, okay? Rotating around the sun. Jupiter has a much longer orbital cycle, a much longer year than these inner planets do. Those inner planets, what they barely have time to look at the sun. Like the Earth, we get 365 days. We got a good amount of time. What? Jupiter has so much more time than that to really look at the sun and really study the sun from different angles. Really study this core energy source, this core part of our solar system that ensures Earth's survival. Jupiter has the time to really watch the sun, and like from all these, like, wow, we've been on this angle for 3 days. Like the sun has not moved for 3 days, and we're just the Jupiter has this vantage point of being able to really look at the sun and understand how to expand survival based on that observation. I know I'm blowing somebody's mind. I know I'm blowing somebody, because I'm blowing my mind right now. So Jupiter rules Pisces and Sagittarius. So, you know, your boy's a Pisces, in tropical. But I have a lot of Pisces placements in sidereal as well. So I just got a lot of Pisces energy. So this is my sign. Okay. When we think about Pisces, what are stereotypes? What are stereotypes? Come on. Over emotional, always crying, always blah, 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 blah. Pisces is way too emotional, and even like, I feel like the stereotypes don't even make sense. One, because how are Cancer and Pisces gonna have the same stereotype? Like what? Different signs do different things. They have different stories. They have different relations to the planet. So how you gonna have the same stereotype for two zodiac signs? Come on. Retire sun sign astrology. Retire astrology that boils all the planets down to stereotypes, because they do not serve you. All right. But anyways, I digress. With this Pisces energy, we can also think about Pisces as a sign that is very in tune with emotion, in tune with the body, really, and feelings within the body. What does that have to do with security and expansion, you might ask? Whereas Cancer is this sign that is in tune with the body, it is very much still focused on security. Whereas Pisces is in tune with the body from a vantage point that has the ability to see the minute details, to really be completely in tune with their emotions and with other people's emotions, to the point of being able to read a room based on like body language or based on people's tones of voice. This is something that's a very like this body and emotion is something that Pisces has a PhD in already, out the gate, okay? It's important to have this fine-tuned understanding of the body and of what the body needs and feels, is because in terms of security, how can you ensure security of the body without that fine-tuned research of how the body responds, how the body acts, how the body feels in different search situations? That's the role of Pisces, is to really on a deep level to understand and analyze the body. So that's one side of Jupiter. The other side of Jupiter is Sagittarius. What are the Sagittarius stereotypes? That they're independent and they're like Sagittarius is the main character. That's at least from the stereotypes. Again, not all the zodiac signs have negative stereotypes. Why is that? Because y'all are shit at astrology. But I digress. Sagittarius has this stereotype of being like, I'm the main character and I love when things are changing and like, I'm so independent, I'm fiery, I'm the manic pixie dream girl. Like that's what I'm gathering from these Sagittarius stereotypes. But you know, Sagittarius is this independent sign, you know, period. It's a result of this Jupiter vantage point. It's like you are in security. Like you it's not even a question of whether or not you're secure. It's not even a question of whether or not you're secure in security. We've established that fact. We established that fact in Mars. Okay? So now we're in a position of expanding that. We're looking around the world and we're seeing how yeah, I'm secure, but like I'm trying to get us all secure. You know, like I'm trying to push the boundaries of what security means. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to like if Scorpio is in this position of like, can I be? Sagittarius is like, oh, I can be, but like that's just the position of Sagittarius. I can be, but like, what else is going on? Like, what's can I be in this space? But can I be in this space? Oh, okay, I can be in these spaces. Oh, I can't be in this space, but like, why? Like, actually, I'm going to convince you why I can be in this space, because what? You think I can't be in this space? Actually, I can. It's like if Scorpio is posing the question of can I be in this space, Sagittarius is answering that question of like, yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. Like, yeah, I can be in this space. And it's not even a question about the space. It's like, oh yeah, no, I'm not concerned about my bodily security in this space. I know I can be in this space. That's the Sagittarius position. And it's really a matter of convincing you that they could be in this space. It's a matter of convincing you that Sagittarius can show up. Because, baby, Sagittarius is going to show up. Scorpio might have some problems showing up in the space. But Sagittarius, they're like, okay, so what's your problem with me showing up in this space? Like, what is it? Like what's the deal? That's the Sagittarius. Both Sagittarius and Pisces are doing this work of like research. Sagittarius is doing this research of like, okay, why do you think I can't be in this space? Pisces is doing this research of like, okay, what are the feelings that can arise in my body in any kind of interpersonal relationship? Whatever those feelings are informing Sagittarius. Sagittarius is having those feelings and being like, okay, but why am I having these feelings in your space? What is wrong with your space? Because there's nothing wrong with me. Okay, let's be clear. There's nothing wrong with me. So you need to convince me why I can't be in this space. You know, it's that kind of energy. At least that's honestly, that's my interpretation of Sagittarius. So then we move on to Saturn. Now, baby, Saturn got these rings. Okay, Saturn is adorned, first of all. Mind your manners. You're entering Sagittarius's domain. I mean, mind your manners. You're entering Saturn's domain. Okay, well, first off, we got rings. We got moons on deck. Okay, you got to pass the asteroid belt and Jupiter. My nigga, Jupiter? Okay, well, if you got past Jupiter, I guess you can be in my presence. That is what I'm getting with this Saturn energy. What you hear a lot is like Saturn is about order. It's about like again with this Jupiter Saturn conjunct, it was we have, you know, all the astrologers were talking about how order is being uprooted and order, like divine order is being restored, and Jupiter is expanding on our freedoms and all of this, etc, etc. I think the best way to understand Saturn is, honestly, I'm getting like a bank. Like Saturn is like the wallet of the solar system. You know, bear with me. While Jupiter's out here doing all this research, right? Jupiter's just expanding and expanding, and Sagittarius is like going into these spaces and being like, what? I can show up in this space. What? I need to change this space so I can be in this space because there's a problem with your space. Pisces is like, oh, these are all the possible human emotions. What's good? What's good? If you're not respecting all of the emotions that the human body can contain, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? So we've got Jupiter with this big bully energy. Honestly, it's some bully, and again, people will not associate Pisces with this bully energy, but it kind of is a bully energy of like, Pisces is like, these are the emotions that are rising, and this is like, what the fuck? What do you got to say for yourself? It's this confrontational energy of like, I'm going to expand the boundaries of this space because I know what I am feeling. I know that I can be. That's so change your space. Expand your space, period. Saturn is like the person who hired Jupiter. You know, Saturn is like Jupiter's benefactory. You know, like if we're thinking about Jupiter as someone who does this research, Saturn is the person who funds the research, right? Saturn is all about this energy of like possibility, of reimagining. Like Saturn sits and is like, you know, this might be possible. And Jupiter does the expanding, you know? And Saturn is like, yes, this is divine order. And Jupiter puts it all in place. That's how I'm understanding. And again, it's the rings for me. It's the rings for me. Sis is dripped down, okay? Sis has, adorned. Saturn, don't fuck with Saturn, okay? She's got a pocketbook, all right? So Saturn has that benefactor energy. Saturn rules over Aquarius and Capricorn. And when we think about Aquarius, yes, when we think about Aquarius, it's definitely this position of like, okay, actually this is how things are. No, this is how things are. And then everyone else kind of being like, wait, what? That is what Aquarius is. And it's this energy of like imagining the possibilities within a space. Imagining how a space could look. And imagining where you're going to put the bookshelf in my fancy library that I set up for Jupiter. It's weird to think about Aquarius as this quirky sign, but Saturn as this planet of order. You know, they don't seem like they mesh, but what it really is it's possibility. It's like order is established in order to allow possibility to flourish. And with that, one of the signs that Saturn rules is Aquarius, which is this sign that thinks up all the possibilities. Saturn equips Aquarius with this unlimited imagination, a knack for thinking of new possibilities that could possibly arise, you know? And then Capricorn is the other side of that. So like, okay, we thought of the possibilities, but like, wait, let's make sure that these possibilities have somewhere to thrive. Actually, like we can't have our people going crazy. We can't have Aquarius going crazy, just thinking about all these possibilities, but never being able to actualize them. No, we need a Capricorn energy that puts the order in place. Okay, this is our earth sign energy of like groundedness. Capricorn is like the grounded, like, okay, Aquarius, I see all of your ideas. Let me just make sure that there's somewhere for them to go. Let me make sure that there's somewhere for these ideas to actually exist in the world. So that's the role of Capricorn. I explained that I am making this video based on the People's Oracle Sidereal Astrology. She only does the moon through Saturn. So the other outer planets, Uranus and Neptune and Pluto, I'm not thinking about within this analogy, but maybe you could think about it if you want to. So just to review, we have the sun and moon establishing this base level of security. We have Cancer making sure like, okay, these are the bodily needs of the planet Earth. And that's what that moon energy of the moon always being there and being able to know what the needs of the earth are. And we have this sun energy. Leo is like this planet of authority and being like, what? I have this energy and I'm here, and that's all you need to know. Period. I'm secure. I'm persisting. That's all that needs to be going down. Period. And then we move up from this base level of security to Mercury, which is action. Like, okay, we are here and we are persisting. What do we need to do to make our existence easier? That's what we have Gemini over here articulating to all the people that we need to articulate what our needs are so that those needs can be met. And we have Virgo calculating exactly what those needs are so those needs can be met. They're both two sides of the same coin of like needing to communicate security, needing to take action so that security can persist. Then we have Venus. Venus is building upon this security through action and is actually looking around to see if security is being actualized. Venus is in this position of looking at this Taurus energy, this grounded energy, looking around, seeing things exactly for what they are. And we have this Libra energy of looking around and needing to see if things are actually what they are. You know, this Libra energy of making sure things are just, making sure things are right, things are fair. Are things how they appear to be? We need to get up in there and see. That's that Libra energy. And so, yeah, so we have security, security through action, and then the actualization of security with Venus. Now, on top of Venus, we have Mars, which is security, insecurity again. So we're looking around and we're like, okay, I'm secure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm secure. But like, what else can I do? Like, it's just, okay, yeah, I think I'm secure, but let me just test my boundaries. Okay, let me see what I can do. Let me see what I can do with my security. That's that Mars energy. And so that's security within security. Aries is just like, pow, I'm going to pop shit and see if I'm actually secure. And Scorpio is like, can I be? Like, this is how I am. Am I secure to do this? That's that Scorpio energy. Now we've got Mercury, Venus, Mars. Now we're on the other side of the asteroid belt with Jupiter and Saturn. And so Jupiter is this planet of research. Jupiter and Saturn, they're not concerned with the sun, man. Jupiter and Saturn, they are in a position of like, yep, security is a given. Like for me, like I don't need to worry about security. So what I'm going to do is Jupiter, think about expanding that security, and Saturn, thinking about all the possibilities within security and how can we secure those possibilities. Because I'm not worried. So Saturn is not worried about security at this point. Saturn is worried about possibility, reimagining how people are allowed to be, how people are allowed to dress, how people are allowed to speak, how societies are allowed to form. That is the concern of Saturn. And that is why it is a planet of order, because it's got to think about how society is ordered and how that might hinder or help the possibilities of this life. And yeah, so this was a long one. That is my interpretation of the first Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. The first 7 celestial bodies that are impacting the birth charts of everybody on Earth. All of these planets, they do these things for you. Yes, at least this is my this is my mythology, okay? I thought of this. So, with this mythology of the planets spelled out, I think an important takeaway that I have gotten from it is that security is a universal birthright. Let me explain. Thinking about all of these celestial bodies and their relationship to security is an important way of understanding security as a universal birthright for all of us. All of us have these planets in our chart, and all of these planets have a particular concern around security that they are concerned with meeting. And so what that says to me is that the fact that all of us have a birth chart with a snapshot of what security means in our life means that security is absolutely a universal birthright. Everybody should be able to move beyond just security, beyond just action for security, beyond just actualization of security, onto possibilities. Everyone should have the opportunity to experience the possibilities of security. You know, not everybody agrees with that. That's just something that I think about, like based on my understanding of the planets in the birth chart. That's something that I just think about in my everyday life, of like my political ideas are informed by this central principle that everybody has a right to security. Governments, that society should be organized around this core belief that everybody deserves security. There shouldn't be homelessness. There shouldn't be, you know, food deserts. There shouldn't be poverty. Like, none of that should exist, because every person has a snapshot in their birth chart that captures into existence the possibilities of their existence. Everybody has these planets in their birth chart, and these planets are literally the roadmap to security. This should not be something that is impeded upon. It's not even just a roadmap to security, it's a roadmap to the possibilities of everyone's existence. And so if you're doing something, if you're a government that is not supporting, if you're a society that is not supporting the possibilities that are contained within everyone's birth chart, you are denying people their birthright to the possibilities of their existence. Right? Like, tell me, am I crazy? Or am I like fucking brilliant? I think astrology has the potential to really be this organizing principle of like, listen, this is what everybody is owed. It's written in the stars, period. So if you're doing anything, like I don't care what your mental gymnastics are, when we look at the fucking sky, bro, this is what the fucking sky says. All right? This is knowledge that has been painstakingly preserved, curated, and built upon, expanded, mythologized upon for centuries. Yo, like all our ancient cultures looked to the stars for their organizing principles of their societies. And so we're just we come up on the scene, and we've been doing this for a couple centuries, and now we think we don't need the stars anymore. Like, okay, homeboy, like, why the fuck are you in space then? Now, put some respect on the stars, put some respect on nature, put some respect on the moon and the sun, and really honor that through the organization of your society. Period. Like, you want to be out there colonizing Mars, but you don't even understand what the fucking planets mean, bro? What they have meant for literal millennia? Literal millennia, bro. Even elephants recognize moon cycles, but we got humans out here pretending that they can organize their world however the fuck they want. No. Actually, everybody has a universal birthright to security and possibilities of their existence that are ensured through security. So you're out here denying people basic security? Get the fuck out, bro. That shit wasn't written in the stars. It really wasn't, actually. And you're going to hell. That is my mythology of the planets. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think. I don't know. I really vibe with this. It really helps me think about my politics and astrology at the same time. It helps me think about the real world and astrology at the same time, because it'd be hard to do that with all these love and light astrologers. But I digress. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give me a like, subscribe, do all that jazz. Yeah. Okay. Bye.